Thank you all for joining me for another Realty Prep Network small business interview. Today we have Brady with Prestige Custom Clothiers. This interview is a little bit personal for me because Brady's been somewhat of a mentor for me in the entrepreneurial world here. So I want to thank him for that, and I'm going to toss it over to him.
Okay. My name's Staton Brady with Prestige Custom Clothiers.
And Armaan Hunnicut, Creative Director of Prestige Custom Clothiers.
So you guys are into the suits. How long have you been in the business?
I have been in the industry since 2013, always working in either a custom or retail space, from K&G to other custom clothiers. I've been in the industry since 2013.
Okay. How long has this company though been in existence?
This company has been in existence going on 2 years. It'll be 2 years in September.
Okay, right on. 2-year anniversary. Nice. So, I guess I'll go right into the question, guys. So, as far as fashion, the fashion world, and suits in general, what initially would you say piqued your interest in that field, in that space of fashion? I'll let you guys go first.
Goodness. I've been doing this for so long. It wasn't, I'm not going to say it wasn't many choices because you always have choices in life. But this started as figuring out what to do. I was in culinary school and I got tired of that. So this was like, I was working retail at the time while going through school. I was like, okay, I'm actually kind of good at this thing. Then I started to learn more. Then I became better at the craft. Then I said, oh, I can really do this. A few years, about 2018, I was working at Nordstrom and I was was the second highest salesperson in the store. There's only other people in the store making more money than me. That was the only person beating me, my coworker and my store manager.
Yeah, special shout out there because I know Nordstrom is a competitive store to be top two there. That's saying something.
Yeah, so it turned into really learning because where I started to really grow as far as my business was learning their made-to-measure division. I turned what was maybe a couple books into a whole wall of made-to-measure, really grew that and had people wanting to do business with us where it was quiet for a while. And so that turned into me getting into the custom game and being a freelance stylist. And next thing you know, I'm talking to this guy in a coffee shop one day, and we're rolling that 2 years later.
Yeah, right on. The universe works in mysterious ways. So, Brady, I know you said you've had a few more years, I guess, or different spaces of working in the fashion world. Go a little bit more into detail about that.
I've done it all from working with another clothier, working under somebody else and learning my craft, to K&G, to Macy's, to Men's Warehouse. It's all been stepping stones. So you started at K&G, then you got a little better and you stepped up to Macy's, and you got a little bit better and you stepped up to Men's Warehouse, and then you eventually get that position with a different clothier. And you just really get to focus and hone in on your craft from the custom suiting standpoint, from construction to fashion to style and all like that. It's just a learning process to hone in your skill.
Right on. So it kind of sounds like you guys had maybe two separate paths, but came together at the right point, right time. Maybe you worked your way up through the different divisions of the suit game, and then it seems like you were onto something else through culinary school, and then found your talent and kind of went with it because it seemed to appease your taste and other people's skills as well.
Definitely.
So right on. So I'll go right into the second question here. Through this entrepreneurial life, through this custom clothes business, I know you've already met a few different people from a few different lifestyles. Have you met anyone exceptionally interesting or anyone life-changing in your eyes?
I wouldn't say anybody life-changing, only because we try to treat all our clients the same. So we have had the opportunity to work with the NBA draft. We've drafted people who are now in the NBA now. We've suited people who are in the NFL now. We've suited millionaires, we've suited business owners, we've suited guys who are just going to prom. I would say each one has brought a different experience, has given us the tools to treat everybody the same. because it's one thing when your client base is only one sector, you're only dealing with teenagers and proms and homecomings. But when you're able to diversify your portfolio and your book of business, and you can deal with millionaires, and you can deal with professional athletes, and you can deal with coaches, it broadens your people skills to genuinely be able to treat everybody the exact same and deliver the same service, no matter who it is.
Okay. No, I like that. Everyone's on the same field, especially when it comes to business. That's the most important. So I like that answer. So following up right into that one, what would you say, either one, most memorable customer experience? And so I always like to say this could be good or bad. It's just something that in your time of business, a moment that you will never forget as long as you may be in this field.
Mine actually, I'll say worst experience. It was when I was at Nordstrom. Through Prestige, I can't say I've had a worse experience because everything that I learned in my Nordstrom and Macy's and Gap years has allowed me to not have that so far. Now, everyone has a great day and everyone has a bad day. Yes, definitely. Knock on wood, punch a tree, all of that. But I bring this up because it was a made-to-measure customer. Like, I have nothing on the floor. I'm reaching out to vendors. I said, who can get something done in 3 weeks? So one of my made-to-measure vendors does say, hey, we can get it done. I said, hey, I'm waiting I'll see you tomorrow. He said, I have a business meeting to go to. You can't measure me today. I'll come back tomorrow.
Gotcha.
I said, that's fine. I should have known at that moment this was going to get interesting because an hour later he's calling and yelling at me and saying, hey, you didn't confirm my appointment. I was like, I talked to you face to face, or is there need to confirm? We said tomorrow at 4:00. I'm sorry.
That was a confirmation.
That was a confirmation. So anyhow, and it was just a lot that came into, like, it went down to the day it was supposed to ship and do his final fitting to me. The person shipping it to the factory had a heart attack and the suit didn't leave the factory. So I was like, man, this can't get any worse than what it could get. Already on top of the guy threatened to sue me, threatened to sue the store, threatened to sue the makers. Like, hey, you came in here they say, granted, we told you it could get done, which, a guy has a heart attack. What can you do about that? Like,
you can't plan for that.
But we got it done, and then that's why it was an experience because I don't want to say bad experience. It was bad because dealing with him was bad because, talking about another grown man yelling and cussing at you like you're crazy. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm clocked in, but don't let me catch you out in the streets, bruh.
Experiences could definitely take you there.
Yeah, it was a huge learning curve and just a reminder to absolutely expect the absolute unexpected. I tell people, like, people ask me different questions and I respond to this the same way because of this experience. Roddy Piper used to say, in this one Piper's Pit, he hit someone over the head with the coconut and said, just when you thought you had all the answers, I changed the questions. Life changes the questions on you every single day. Even when you think you have A through Z figure out, now here's 1, 2, 3.
I like that. Roddy Piper, who would have thought the wisdom when it came from him? No, because that's what I was going to ask, like, what you learned out of that experience, if there was anything to learn. It sounds like, yeah, you definitely took the positive out of that experience for what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Prepare for the unexpected. How about you, Brady?
The most memorable experience?
Most memorable customer experience.
The most memorable customer experience would probably be when I worked for the other clothier that I was working for, and before I started my own, I had the opportunity to suit Derek Anderson, who played for OSU, won an NBA ring with LeBron down with the Heat. Flew me down to Atlanta in this huge house. Got to measure him, but it wasn't the suit. It was more just the experiencing of, like, really sitting down and talking to this athlete who's a millionaire, who's made it, who's successful, and really was giving me tips on how to be a successful young black man. He let me sit in his Rolls Royce. We got to talk, we got to eat, got to drink a little bit, and just talk about life and how to be a man and how to carry yourself and how to deal with others. So the suit came out great, of course, but it was it was bigger than suits at that point. And I think that's what we try to do, make it bigger than suit. A suit is a suit. You can get a suit anywhere. Of course, there's different levels to it, but we're not the only source for a suit. So we try to make our transactions bigger than suits. What can we teach you? How can we leave you feeling? And just that experience kind of framed my mind work for how I want all my transactions to be with all my clients.
Gotcha. It's that customer personal connection that makes customers think of you first before anyone else, before off the line or anywhere else. It's that memorable experience. So,
Exactly.
no, I definitely hear what you're saying. What would you say? Any tips that really stick in your head? You want to share with the world?
Let's see. One of the things he said was, be fearless.
Be fearless.
Don't be afraid of anybody or any opportunity. Prepare, work hard, and don't be afraid of anything. And I think that really stuck with me.
Hey, I feel like all of us in the entrepreneur wave right now, we can all attest, yeah, that's something we could take home with this. Be fearless. All right, question number 4. If you could meet anyone, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Just one person.
And see, we've had some inconclusive answers, so don't feel pressured.
Can I give you like a top 5? Because there's not
Top 5. We can do top 5. We can do top 5.
I think my top 5 would have to be Prince, Michael Jackson, James Brown, the Duke of Windsor, and who else? Miles Davis. I think I want Miles.
Okay. With that top 5, 2 or 3 sentences of the explanation each to why.
Just
What you would, or at least what you would aim to get out of the convo.
just want to bask in their presence. Of course, Michael Jackson, James Brown, Prince, some of the greatest entertainers on the face of the earth to ever live. And just their whole persona, larger than life, their fashion, how they did things. I would want to see that. And then Duke of Windsor, he was probably just one of the best dressed men to ever walk the face of the earth as well. And then who was my 5th? Who did I say was my 5th?
Miles Davis.
Miles Davis.
Miles
For the
Davis.
music, I gotta see him record some. I want to see him record Bitches Brew. I gotta see it. Just like, how do we do it in the studio?
Respect for that one. No, that's a good top 5. That's a unique top 5.
Yeah,
I like
I
that
gotta
one.
do it.
How about you, man?
Boy.
You didn't know where to start.
I give you the top 5. I opened it up a little bit.
Okay, top 5. Yeah, Ric Flair, The Rock, like Dapper Dan.
Okay.
Let me took Prince, so I gotta come with some.
Hey, no problem. Hey,
Jay-Z.
You can repeat it. Might be a different explanation, so you never know.
And Fred Rogers, actually.
Okay. So I'm gonna do the same thing. 2 or 3 sentences for each.
There is not that. Thank
Just
you.
Their greatness.
Thank you.
Thank
They're part of who I am and how I've built myself as a character and from my wardrobe to my everyday behavior to my sometimes out of this box persona. Like, those are all people who had a huge reason on why. So thank you is the only proper thing I can say.
Hey, respect to that, definitely. The Rock, Ric Flair. Hey, I like those two. Childhood memories, many from those two. So, all right, 5th and final question for you gentlemen. My favorite out of the 5. What motivates you to come to work every day? What motivates you to choose this entrepreneurial wave, this path, rather than, working a 9 to 5 or work for someone else?
I think it boils down to passion. It's my passion for the product, the process, the custom suiting, the fashion, the menswear, the whole kit caboodle, the process, all of it. The passion for it is what keeps me going to work. If I didn't love it, if I didn't love dressing people, if I didn't love introducing them to better ways of dressing or giving them tips on style and things like that, I would have wrapped it up. This has this isn't as easy as it looks. It's not just put on a suit, take a picture, and post it on social media. There's a lot more behind it. And it can be difficult. It can be exhausting. I will say we get way more no's than we get yeses. So every client you see we're dressing, every client you see wearing our suit, just know there were plenty of no's that came before that yes. So it's not as easy as you think. It's not as easy as it looks, but the passion is what keeps us going.
And I'm sure you would say it's worth it. I'm sure you'd say at the end of the day, all the trials and tribulations, that there's probably been more blessings that come out of this than not. So
Absolutely. I would say that wholeheartedly.
Definitely.
right on, right on. How about you?
I mean, passion. Yeah, absolutely passion. More than the passion, though, the biggest satisfaction I get, the biggest thing I get off to doing this, is seeing a smile on their faces. So I've been doing this retail fashion thing since I was 18. I'm 33 now, so we're talking 15 years in the game. Which now I take a step at it, it doesn't seem like it. It doesn't feel like it because I fought tooth and nail the whole way, even fought myself along. But all the years when I really started to own this craft, when I was at Nordstrom, when I'm doing this, the smile on the face of people when they put on the garment. I've guys who, whether it's in the fitting rooms or in their private homes, whether it's in this office, when they come out and they go, wow. When I see tears in the eyes of mothers or daughters of, the bride, and their dad they haven't seen their dad in a dress or in a suit since they were little, and they never thought they'd see that again. Guys who kind of lost that spark even in themselves when they put that on and that wow factor hits them. That drives me more than anything. My biggest thing is happiness and joy. I can't do this if I don't bring joy to someone. If you have an experience with me and you're not happy, I don't care if it fits you. I failed you.
Wow, that's deep. No, that's deep, and that shows true dedication again to your customer base, and that you're not just selling a product, but you're selling, an experience, and you take great pride. Both of you guys do, I know, take great pride in how you lead people and out of here and then off into the world feeling great about themselves. So, no, I just want to thank both of you for joining me today. I want to thank Brady for being the mentor and all the knowledge he shared with me thus far, and hopefully next time I'm in here, I'll be getting a custom suit myself. So, I want to thank Jay behind the camera here for the production, and we'll be back for the next one.
So our Instagram, of course, Prestige Custom Clothiers. Our website, www.dresswithprestige.com. Phone numbers are
On the website.
on the website.
On Instagram.
Oh yeah, you can find us if you see me crossing the street. Cross the street and say what's up. If you see me at a bar eating nachos, tell me you want a suit. However you want to get a hold of me, I'm very easy to find when I want to be.
Right on. They're always on the hustle. That's what I hear right now. Right on.